I think companies are doing it in very different ways. And what I really liked about this maturity ladder that we created is it also tells a story about everybody can start this journey. I mean, even if you're just on a team manager level, you can get started on this journey and start challenging the status quo is maybe the right word to use. Start having the conversations that are needed to change the mindset of people. At the end of the day, I don't think there's one department or unit that has the responsibility of this. Of course, if your top leader of the company comes and says this is a great idea, then it's easier than if you have to go all the way from the bottom, of course. But I think this has to be a little bit of both. It has to also have some sort of a grassroots methodology where people on the floor or whatever you want to call it is just really passionate about this topic and starts talking about it and starts working towards it. And maybe they organize in a few teams more cross-functionally, or, you know, so some of the movements come from within. And at some point you'll reach a point where you do have to talk about it more. You can't just do it in the department anymore. You have to discuss it higher level. And to do that, that's where you need the top management to take part in those discussions. And those discussions are really difficult as well, right? How do you cut the right customer journeys? What is the right, when does it start? Where does it end? And how do you cut them so they don't overlap each other too much? Because I don't think you can cut them so they never overlap at all. I remember discussing this with an insurance company, for example, where they discussed, well, typically if you're injured and you call your insurance company, you're never just injured in one way. It's never just your car that's injured. Then typically you would have had your laptop in that car and that is also injured. So it's also filing a claim on both your car insurance, but also your personal items insurance. And maybe you hurt yourself as well, and you have to claim a personal injury as well. So it's 3 journeys, but how do you make that easy for the consumer? It's so difficult to map this out right. And I don't think any company has gotten it right in the first try.
Right. That is
not anyone I've heard of. Yeah, everybody has started out and they've mapped it out, and within a few months, they've realized, okay, we have too many touch points with this other department or tribe or whatever they choose to call it. We have to rethink how we cut this journey, because we have to talk together every day to make this work. Or, you know, they realize those kind of things and then they adjust. And I think that's the important part, is making sure that you do revisit the journeys every so often, so you learn from those. And that's really where the agile processes is a nice tool, because you get those working with retrospectives in as part of this, and you can actually, on whatever you do on a quarterly basis or whatnot, you can sort of assess, hey, we seem to be working with department A a lot. Maybe we should go discuss with them if we're set up in the right way, or if we should change something.